Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. What a glorious day that will be when everybody who wakes up and start moving about during the daytime get up laughing, filled with joy. What a great day. And what a fantastic night for those who only wake up at night. That they can wake up filled with as much joy as those did in the daytime. What a wonderful day. What a great, great day. I feel this way. And I believe that each and every last one of you would agree that that is a great day. A wonderful, great day. Question that comes to mind, I'm sure that all of us would ask if we take a moment to think, is if we all think that this would be and is such a great and wonderful day, then why don't it occur? Many of us might think that it would take a miracle, and usually miracles are something that are out of our hands. But until that miracle occurs, then why don't each of us who feel like this do our part, if it's at all possible, to make sure that this is a benefit to you day, to you night? I mean, that sounds like a wonderful thing to me. And I'm thinking that anybody that comes to you talking about leadership, anybody that comes to you talking about give them a chance to be an answer to your prayers, if they come to you talking about anything less than this, then I wonder, who are they talking to? Do they know something that I don't know? See, because if everybody's thinking like this and want this, then this message should sail just like the wind blowing the California wildfires, and that's some strong winds. So this isn't happening, so there's something going on that's a little strange around here. I wonder, my friends, if you wonder what it is that's going on around here. You know, I want to say to you who are listening to me at this moment that all of the things that are happening in our country today are, it's strange to some, but some of us have lived long enough to know that it's not new. But to some of you, yes, it is. But this is not about this campaign 2020, as I've heard it said. It is not about beating Trump. To me, and what I say to you, it's about doing what is right. Doing what is right. And if the people determine through their actions that evil is good and is okay with them, then let them vote for evil. And they will surely, without a doubt, endure the consequence of evil. You know, America is going through some really strange and hard times now. And it didn't just start. The evidence, the premier evidence, was in the election of 2016 with Clinton and Trump. And I say that because the whole nation looked and saw both of these individuals as evil. Only half of the nation saw theirs as lesser than the other evil, but evil nonetheless. And the American people accepted that. You, my friends, I know you don't know what's going on, and you better be glad, because if you did, would you do anything about it? Now that's a dangerous question. But these things happen, so the American people say, well, give us evil. And so we got this evil. We don't know what the other evil would have been like, but we got this one. No, my friends, Trump was chosen over Clinton. Had you ever thought about that? Well, what is, I mean, you know, he's a male and she's a female, but she was hooked up with a great connection. But the thing that she didn't have that was obvious to the public as he had, that's right. He seemed to have had more money. And you know what? Money has been changed to be, well, you know, I'm going to let you fill in that blank there as well. And now they say there's a gentleman whose name is, excuse me, an ex uh, leader in New York, Bloomberg, one of the richest men around here, I hear them say. He's a billionaire, another billionaire, ladies and gentlemen. We got one. You see what kind of trouble you got from that. But here's the question. That should be put before you. He says that based upon what he is observing from the candidates that's running, they really don't stand a chance to beat Donald Trump. He says there's one thing about a crook that he knows is a crook. That means he's a crook. That's how you got to be a billionaire, a crook. Now, my question to you is, what would make you think that this crook, and it is a crook, is any different than this crook? You remember when you thought John Kelly, you knew he wasn't perfect. He was a crook, but you thought he'd go in there and do what he could for you. And you saw what he did, right? He got kicked out. Mullen, you thought he was, the sheriff in town. He was going to look out for you. He went out there and you see what happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to you this, is that money is not the answer. And this path that the United States of America is going through right now is not new. All previous dynasties had to go through this right before the fall. And this, my friends, is America going through these pains today just as well as she is going through the fall. And the thing that takes people to the fall is when people begin to believe in themselves so much. They believe that they are the greatest. They believe that they are the greatest on the face of the earth. They believe that they are the greatest that ever existed. They believe that they are the smartest. They believe that their relationship with any powers outside, if there happen to be a power outside of themselves, is with this group. And so what they usually start doing, ladies and gentlemen, is start believing that they themselves are God. They don't need a God that they can't see. They are satisfied with a God that they can see. And so they bicker and becker amongst one another, fighting, trying to establish who is that one. Who is that one? And you end up with evil on the throne. Evil on the throne. But many of you might say, but what is the right thing? Well, let's keep in mind of everybody waking up in the morning time that feeling so happy and feeling so joyous. What would allow you to be able to wake up in the morning feeling like that? Well, first of all, there got to be some peace in your life. And there got to be peace all about you. Wow. Now, that can help put a smile on your face. There got to be some freedom in your life. You are about something. You make choices. You decide. And not others. Or policy. There are things that are commonly understood not to do. Because it works against you. But not only you, everybody. And so it's like driving on the highway. You drive straight because you don't want any accidents. Why? Because you're protected when you do the right thing. And so that is the way it is when we treat each other. The same way. We want that freedom. And that puts a smile on our face too. Then we want to be prosperous. Those things we put our hands to, those things we dream about, those things we start reaching out for, we want to see them materialize. And we want to see the energy that comes back to us because of what is, when we put up our best, and then that what comes back, and it fuels us to even do better. Hey, and you smile, put a smile on your face. Prosperity, my friends. Knowing that what you are doing is needed by everyone. Knowing that it is your purpose here, my friends. and you're doing it, and it gives you ultimate joy. You talking about a smile on your face? Mm, mm, mm. Now, understanding that things that you do are intertwined with that what others do, and sometimes if you need to be brought to bear on certain things that maybe would make things easier, perhaps that you didn't know, but you want to learn. You don't want anything to prevent education. It's unlimited and unrestricted. Now, wouldn't that put a smile on your face? And well, I don't know about some people, but having lived in the United States of America, where healthcare is probably the highest as it is anywhere in the world, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. And now you got access to it without, from the womb to the tomb. Now, what about a smile like that on your face? None of that you have to ever worry about. Wouldn't that put a great smile on your face? A beautiful smile on your face, wouldn't it? And your transportation and all of your, I've just explained, my friends, these things many of you might ask, how can that be made about? Give us some little bit of an example. And see, this, my friend, will be natural when you become natural. Is that when each of you know what it is that you came into the world to do, because you do have a particular purpose for being here. You're not just here. You're not your mother and father got up there and did to do, and all of a sudden here are you, and with nothing to do. No, you got something to do. You here, you got something to do. Blessed is the person who knows what it is and is doing it. So this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Each of us got something to do in being on this earth, in life. And as I have mentioned earlier, we all are humans. We all have the same requirements for survival. Every last one of us got that same requirement for survival. And based upon what we have been given to do, as we engage ourselves to extract from the resources of this earth, whether it's on the earth, in the earth, above the earth, whether it's seen or unseen, it all is a gift from the Almighty God. The ability to recognize what needs to be done and how to do it, to be able to extract and create, it's all built in, automatic when you're on the right track. But see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the design of the God you can't see. That's the design of the invisible God. You see, as you engage yourself in the creative process, that's what you will put here. That's part of the reason you will put here. You are intertwined in such a way that the product of your work is an unlimited amount of individuals in the healthcare profession in such a number that every avenue in medicine has the best and can get the best research, development, facilities, and not a single one of you would ever have to worry about health care. Same when it comes down to education. All the educators, everything that you need, it's there. Because you have engaged yourselves. And this is a natural part of the design. When you're going, you had two choices. You can go the way or your way. Now, I'm talking to you about the way. People who are in the process of taking care of the food, the building, the infrastructure, all of that. So I'm telling you. And all of this comes from you doing your part in the creative process, making everything that is produced yours. You got partnership in it to take from it as you need, as you want, or as you desire. Now that comes from listening to the God you can't see. But you allow that God to live in you so he can be seen. You become the vessel. Wow. I've known this since I was a child. I have witnessed witness that people who live in poverty can understand this message a little bit clearer than those who don't. Nobody on this earth want to live in poverty. And we have a system set up that says that if you don't have some money, you're going to live in poverty. And they control the money. And they control all of the resources that God gave to the human race free. They control it. Now, you want certain things that has got to be done. They pay you to do it and pay you what they want you to have and take it back by price increases, inflation, you name it. And you just out here trying to survive, and that's okay. Because what? They can do anything they want to do. And the only thing you can do is limited by what they have permitted you to do. Now, you play sports or something like that, what is entertaining people, keeping people feeling good about themselves, but not doing anything to change people's lives for upward mobility. Or they get paid big. Entertainment, whatever kind of entertainment it is. Even if you're joking at the president, making fun of the president, and people laughing, you get paid. Oh yeah, you get paid. But see, while people are laughing, they're not thinking. Yes, these comments put stuff on their mind, but it doesn't cause them to act. So, all about the paper. So living in this world that we live in, yes, they know you want that paper, and so as long as you're dependent upon that, they got you. I don't care how much of a God you believe in. If you're dependent on that paper, they got you. Because God requires that you don't depend on the paper. God requires that you depend upon God living in you to stand up for truth. You don't try to beat Trump because he's so bad. No, you beat Trump because he's so wrong. And if the majority of the population, the electoral college, wherever they may be, feel that evil is right on, because it works for them. And if they got the multiple numbers, make sure that wherever you are, your vote went for God. And when your vote goes for God, that means you're not turning back over there and letting them control you. Because you don't control God. That's why you're suffering doing what you're doing right now. Because of the law that says you shall reap what you sow. The seed that you plant determines the fruit you get. That's the way it is, my friends, my sisters, my brothers. So if you want the good thing, you got to walk in the light. And I'm telling you the stuff that waking up in the morning with a big smile on your face, a great day. Yes, the question has got to be answered. Are you ready? Are you ready to be led by an invisible God living in you, a God of love, in 300 million Americans, going down a path, scattered everywhere, led by love, keeping them connected so they don't divide. And when they come to the end of the day, it's a bundle of love. No hate, no racism, no bigotry, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no terror, no war. Ladies and gentlemen, what I just shared with you, if you believed in God a little bit, this stuff that's coming out for 2020 would, out of what that Muhammad Ali used to say, rock the world. Somebody used to say that. And that is for we the people in this country, and hopefully eventually everywhere, made that decision that no more will we be made a fool of like we were in 2016. No more will we allow ourselves to be brutalized as we have allowed ourselves to be since this new president and this Congress. And no longer will we allow that to happen. We will not do that to ourselves, and we're going to stop anybody else that's doing it for us. So we're going to take back our power. And we are going to do the right thing. And what is the right thing? And remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Your thing is going to be different, perhaps, than somebody else's thing. And you're going to say, it doesn't matter where you're at, that your thing is the best thing. because it's the thing that you do. But ask yourself this thing that to you is the best thing, does it work for both sides? Does it work for you and the other one? And if your answer is no, then what you are talking about and depending on is nothing but a bunch of junk. Because the right thing works for all. The right thing works for all. This billionaire thing, let's use that for an example. If it means something, because these guys basically got the freedom to do what they want to do, because it's about money. This is like you living. 300 million of you living like billionaires. Got the same access to do the things that you want to do. And everything is right on time. That's okay. But somebody might say, well, if you like that, that's like nobody's rich. Well, as long as you got the smile on your face. And that comes by listening to the invisible God and allowing it to live in you. That's your participation. You're not looking for a Congress or a Senate to a House of Representatives. Nah, buddy, you're listening and living for God in your own life. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus. Oh, I talked a long time. I'm saying goodbye.